set out to do. But I always love double dates. We don't do it a lot.
Please invite us. Please invite us when this COVID thing goes away a little bit. Go ahead and invite us.
Stay 6 feet apart.
Yeah, we're going to Sticky Rice. That's what
they got benches in there, so you could be 6 feet apart.
I forgot about that. I'm down for it.
They got like long benches at the Sticky Rice place.
I forgot about that. Oh gosh, is there any more on this list?
Oh no,
I actually like their story.
I do. It gives me hope. It gives me hope.
I like their story because when I hear your guys' story, it sounds like God actually led you guys to each other instead of you guys forcing something to happen. You guys actually listened to God's speaking voice, which is, how old are your kids? They're toddlers? Toddlers?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, we have a 2-year-old and a 6-month-old.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh man,
and they look a lot like Kiara, but I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
not really happy about that.
Oh. Do you think?
Girl looks like him.
Do you think you have mailman kids? Because we used to say.
Hey guys, if it's crazy.
All right, go ahead. Go now.
Oh my God! Hey guys, welcome to the Family Mess. I'm Noah, and have a nice day. Good God!
I love the Family Mess.
Welcome to the Family Mess Podcast. I'm your host, Ian, and this is my wife and co-host, Natalie. The Family Mess, the podcast about life with kids and all things adulting. Let's talk. Natalie, how are you?
I'm excellent.
Late night recording.
Why do you laugh before I even?
I always do.
Why do you laugh before I even answer? Like I can't answer any. There's nothing I can say because you're already laughing.
The
so
late night, because you know what it is. Every time I say it, I look at your face and you just look like stone face, like you don't even know what to say. You're just looking at me, right? You're doing it again. You're just looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm not crazy.
Because you are crazy. You cray.
I'm not crazy, but it's a good late night recording, and we have 2 special guests not in the studio but on the phone. Could you introduce them?
Yes, we have Kiara and Jared Mason, and they are content creators and family vloggers on their YouTube channel, Meet the Masons. They are a family of 4. They have 2 kids, toddlers, River, and their newborn son, Levi. And basically, most of their content is centered around parenthood, marriage, money, and motivation. That's some good stuff right there. Hey, Kiara and Jared, you there?
Yeah, we're here. We're excited to be here.
I'm so glad Natalie was able to set this up. I am looking forward to speaking to you guys today. I was thinking about this all day while at work, what I was going to say to you guys, and I'm really excited about this.
Wow, you guys have Ian all giddy in here. He's like a little schoolgirl.
You know what it is? When I look at you guys, I kind of see me and my wife Natalie when we were. Do we sound like old people?
No, we weren't like them. When we were, no, well, hold on. We weren't like them when we were younger, Ian.
What were we like when we were younger?
Because they're like optimistic and positive,
yes.
And we were always cynical,
no,
and
we weren't.
We hated being parents, and
we did.
Yeah. We don't even know why we got married half the time. We were like, why did we get married?
Yeah,
But
life's been tough.
See,
sometimes,
so they're all like in that love and. We love each other and we support each other, and we're just like, we're just trying to survive.
When did you guys get married in 2013?
Yes, we did.
2013. So what is it, about 10 years now? I can't do my math.
No,
7
years.
bro.
7 years.
7. Man, that itch. Y'all itching?
Oh.
Are you itching right now?
10 years is coming.
Oh,
7. Is this, have you ever heard of the 7-year itch, or is it the 5-year itch? I thought they moved it to 7.
I think it's the 5-year itch.
Oh, it's the 5.
I thought it was a 5-year itch also.
All right, well, then y'all got past the itch then. Well, I
she
think
still scratches my back, so I'm good.
I never heard that. But I like your guys' story because it said I had to highlight this because I was amazed. It said on our story, it said, let the record stand corrected. I knew Kiara would be my wife. And it said February 20th, 2013, when I first saw her at church.
Yeah.
Really? So you knew that she was the one when you saw her at church.
Right.
You know, in the beginning. I mean, that's amazing to me. Natalie, why are you giving me hold on a second here. Why are you giving me, I'm just going to ask.
I'm giving you the look because you're moving forward before we did the.
I'm sorry, I jumped the gun here, but I'm so excited about this. So let's go back to the forum because I messed up.
I can't.
All right, Natalie, go.
I can't.
Go do your 5 minutes a pound. I apologize for messing
Well,
up already. I'm excited, man. Damn it. Leave me alone. Go ahead and do your 5 minutes a pound. Go ahead.
Oh, well, I wasn't going to do the fight. We just had to, like, hello, how are you guys? What you know?
All right, hello.
How's life? I mean, you know.
How life is right now? Life is right now is this COVID virus. It's the same. We've talked about this for the last 4 episodes. COVID is still here, and we're trying to deal with this. And it's driving me. I talked to the next door neighbor yesterday, like 20 minutes, about how this thing is just driving everybody crazy.
And you never talk to the neighbor.
No, that was the first time. I mean, at length.
You know, it's funny. Ian competes with the neighbor, but he never talks to the neighbor.
How do I compete with the neighbor?
Oh, the neighbor was out there cleaning up his yard. Ian decides to go pull out whole bushes and trees and stuff. Because he saw the neighbor doing his yard. All of a sudden, he's got to go pull out the bushes and stuff. But anyway, so.
I want to make my yard look clean, too. So.
Yeah, but ours ain't going to look like the neighbor's for a while. He's got this imaginary competition. I don't know. Between him, I think the neighbor has one too, though, because the neighbor, if we mow our, like the grass will get super high. And then we'll mow our lawn. And then within the next day or within like either the same day or the next day, he's mowed his lawn. But his grass will be getting all hot. And I was like, Ian, watch. And like 3 or 4 times. But now he just does it all the time. And he stays ahead of us. But before he used to wait till we would mow and then he would mow right after. So I don't know. They got some kind of weird secret thing going on.
We thought it was a coincidence and then we realized it, but his grass is high right now. So I'm waiting for him to mow it any day now. Because it's about a foot high, it seems like in some places.
But he's a nice guy. But yeah, you guys are lucky you don't have any kids right now because your kids both are at home, right? You don't have any kids at school age yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're lucky.
They are not school age.
How old are your kids? They're toddlers? Toddlers?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, we have a 2-year-old and a 6-month-old.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh man,
And they look a lot like Kiara, but I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
not really happy about that.
Oh. Do you think you have mailman kids? Because we used to say both of our kids look like the mailman. Like
no, there's no. They actually look just like
they
him.
look like me, but the things that I wanted to look like me look like Kiara. So that's where I have the issue.
That's how life seems to work. Like whatever you want, that's like sometimes you get the opposite of that. So, yeah, because I thought our kids would look a lot like us, or I thought they would when they were little. But we used to call them the mailman's kids because we didn't think they looked like either of us. But now as they've gotten older, the features have come in. But we were both like this. We get swapped at birth or something because they both they had their own, they looked like each other, but they didn't look like us at first.
I just looked at Natalie weird. I'm like, what's going on with you?
We're talking
the
to our
thing
meetings.
is, I'm the only one that delivers mail here.
Oh, man,
I can't wait to meet you guys in person. I am looking forward to this. Oh man.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
All right, so I'm gonna move into my 5 minutes of pounds. I'm gonna make this really quick this week. I don't even need 5 minutes.
I need a music track for Natalie's 5 minutes a pound because her stories are pretty incredible.
I don't even need 5 minutes because this has been a rough week.
All right, well let's go into it now.
So I've been doing the South Beach diet. I did well the first week, and I've actually been doing fairly well the last 2 weeks. I've been doing it 2 weeks. First week I lost like 3 pounds. This week 0, zippo, zilch. Nothing's happening. And I rode 16 miles. I've been riding the bicycle. I walked the dog.
When did you ride the bicycle last?
Saturday.
What day?
That should bring like 1 pound down just from that. Just water weight, man. Something.
What day is today?
Tuesday.
Okay, you can't skip that many days. I keep telling you that exercise doesn't work that way. You can't just say, "Oh, I rode 16 miles," and then that's your exercise for the next 4 days. It
is. That's like 4 miles a day average. That's 4 miles a day for 16.
I'm gonna not say nothing. I'm gonna keep quiet.
But anyway, so yeah, I had not much to report because I did not lose any weight. I ate well until Ian took me to this new donut place. And I ate a donut.
Oh, forgive me, Jesus. I forgot about that.
That's right. He sabotages me as always when I'm trying to lose weight.
Why didn't you tell me? I totally forgot about that.
Well, if you say donut, I'm saying let's go. I mean, what am I supposed to do? It's a donut.
I totally forgot
about it. It was a new black-owned donut shop. So I was like, we got to support the business. I got to go.
What's the name of the donut shop again?
Donuts Galore.
Have you guys heard of Donuts Galore in Sanford?
Yeah, we have heard of it. We haven't been yet because it's closed on Sundays, and that's usually when we want to go.
Oh,
See,
I
they're
didn't know it was
good.
closed on Sundays.
I don't know. We went on a Saturday,
Oh,
so
okay.
yeah, we ate. I
they
went and got a donut.
Yeah, they got some pretty good donuts there. We had we bought about 8.
Way too many.
donuts.
And she gave us extra. She was like, "Oh, we're gonna close soon. Take more." And she gave us like 3 extra donuts.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't need all this
So are
darn
you trying to get
calories.
us off our workout plan?
Yeah. Come join us.
Don't succumb. Don't fall for the peer pressure. Stay far. So
no, finish up your 5
that's
minutes
okay. But
here.
I'm gonna work on that, and I'm gonna keep reporting. Eventually, at some point, I am going to conquer this weight thing. But for now, I'm just staying the same. But I'm gonna keep working at it. So
Okay, well, I'm here to support you as usual. So you know how I feel about
yeah.
things.
So you say, yeah, you're gonna support me all the way to the donut shop. Thanks.
I apologize about that. But you didn't even remind me. You just let me take you to the damn donut shop.
You know I've got a sweet tooth, so if someone's off, I
what?
can't say no to the sweets.
You know what? That's my fault for not even thinking.
That's right.
Next time I'll just take the kids and just leave you and not do anything.
Yes.
And make sure eat all the donuts before we get home and not bring you any.
That's all good.
I'm sorry.
It's all good.
about
But,
that.
all right, but Kiera and Jared. So, yeah, I got a copy of you guys. I know you have your latest book, 101. Gosh, what is it? 101?
Date night ideas.
There you go. Sorry, I didn't have the. Ian's better than me.
That's right. I'm looking at it right now.
Yes.
101 date night ideas. Keeping the fun in marriage.
Yes, there we go. So, I want you guys. I was reading through your book, and I was really like taken aback by your love story. Do you mind sharing like your love story? How you guys started?
Let's make this brief, babe.
So you need to answer that?
Yes, you go
Alright.
first.
Oh man, this is gonna
briefly,
be good.
and then I'll go.
Okay, cool. So briefly means I'm gonna take my time,
I like that.
and I'm not gonna take a lot of time. So I first saw Kiara, and she's really big on Kiara versus Kiera because her name is Kiara. So I'm just gonna say that.
Oh, it's Kiara.
early,
I'm
'cause
sorry if I said it wrong.
It's all good. I'm just transparent. I just say what it is. So when I
I like
first
that.
saw Kiara, I was at church. I was visiting in town. I was working for the county government at the time, and I was going to visit my aunt, who moved down from Chicago. And I came in a little late, sat down, and the pastor was up talking, and he was doing the lesson and everything. I'm all right, cool. Everything's nice, a nice environment. And here she comes from the bathroom, down the aisle, sits in her chair. And at that moment, I was like, okay, who's this? But I was hearing this voice as she was walking, and it was like, that's your wife, and this is where you're going to get married. So I'm like, okay, hold on. First, I'm hearing the voice. Second, I'm hearing the voice. So this is kind of weird. And then the voice said, hey, that's your wife. This is where you're going to get married. And that guy over there is your pastor. And I was like, well, this is really important because if I'm going to get married to this girl, that means we're going to be together until death do us part. And if this guy is my pastor, that's really important because he's going to give me a roadmap for life.
Mm.
So these are two key intersections all in one location. So I was completely focused from that moment on. I knew what I had to do, and that's where it started.
Yes, that's where it started. So I think a couple days later, well, granted, I met him, but his family was already going to the church. So I was already friends with his cousin. However, they never told me that, they had another cousin.
That was this fine. That was this fine.
Oh my gosh. Nonetheless, so we went, they invited me over for dinner one Sunday, and ironically, they invited him as well. I think it was a setup. I don't know. So we got to know each other, and I was like, oh, wow, this is kind of a coincidence that he just got out of a pageant. He actually won the Mr. Daytona State College pageant.
What?
And I had just got out of the Miss UCF pageant. So I'm like, okay, this is odd, but okay, I'll keep getting to know him. Found out that he loved the Spanish language. I did too. He actually speaks it fluently. I don't, but I do love it. And long story short, we ended up going on our first date, I think a week afterwards. And while we were at Four Rivers, we sat down and we looked at each other, and I was just like being so weird and awkward because I heard God tell me that was my husband. And I'm like, there is no freaking way that this is my husband. It's our first date. That just doesn't make sense. And I had just gotten out of a relationship, and I'm like, there's no way. So he looked at me and I looked at him, and I'm like, I think I have something to say, which I would totally not recommend this to anybody, but I felt led at the time. And he was like, I have something to say too. So we said, why don't we just put on our phones and then we'll turn around at the same time. And so my phone said, I think you're my husband. And his phone said, I think you're my wife. And so we told each other at the same time. And it was like, oh my gosh, is this really happening? And we were like really excited. And that was our first date. And then I think 2 weeks later, we stopped talking to each other.
We did not stop talking to each other. She stopped talking to me.
Wait. Why? So why did you stop talking to him?